to Hayls World, and no doubt I have some sweet features on the iPad mini 6th gen like multitasking, connecting accessories, dragging and dropping, using the Apple Pencil, and so much more. Also, don't forget to stay till the end because I have some epic free iPad mini wallpapers for you guys. So let's get into it. So the biggest and best update when it comes to the new iPad mini is you can now use an Apple Pencil on it. And there are some epic things you can do with the Apple Pencil. If you swipe up from the bottom right-hand side of the iPad, a quick note appears and you can just jot down whatever it is you'd like, add some text or even a link, and when you want to bring it back up, just swipe from the right-hand side. Speaking of swiping up, if you're on a web page like YouTube, for example, and you want to take a screenshot, just swipe up from the bottom left-hand side and you got yourself a screenshot. You can then draw all over it, crop it, or even extract text, and it'll save everything right to your gallery. Then if in Notes, make sure you select this pen with the A icon, because whatever it is you write out with the pencil will automatically transcribe to text. There are so many scribble features too, like this one, where if you cross out text, it deletes it. If you click and hold down, you can add a new word within the sentence. Then if you draw a line through any words, it'll automatically select them, or you can also just draw a circle around them. Finally, to add a space, simply draw a line between two letters and you're good to go. These scribble features really are amazing. Okay, now I was totally shocked when I found this feature because it is so useful, especially if you have a Mac. Okay, so check this out. You just need the iPad mini on and ready to go. Then on the Mac, if you right click and select import from iPad and select the bottom option, which is add sketch, almost instantly the iPad opens up the sketch window where you can draw absolutely anything, like a signature, for example, and the minute you click done, it magically appears on the desktop. You can then open that sketch or signature, for example, and do absolutely anything with it. If it's not a sketch you want to add, you can even scan documents and they'll also appear on your desktop. And the other crazy thing is you can do this super slick feature on your iPhone too. I mean, that's pretty nifty. Now, did you know there are so many different ways you can type with the iPad? Once the keyboard is up, if you click and hold down on this keyboard icon, you will see a couple of options. And first up is this undocked keyboard, which is slightly more raised than the normal one. Then you get the split keyboard, which, as the name suggests, splits the keyboard and is much easier typing with just your thumbs. Finally, you get the floating option, which is a floating keyboard that can be moved anywhere around the screen and is a nice compact option with a lot of screen space. When you're done with that keyboard, you can just reattach it by holding that bar and dragging to the bottom. So depending on what it is you're doing, there are so many different keyboard options to choose from. And another little nifty keyboard trick is if you click and hold down on a key, it'll type out the special character instead of the letter, which is so much easier. So you have always been able to multitask on the iPad, which of course is awesome, but now Apple have actually made it much easier. So if you're in an application like YouTube, you might notice these three little dots at the top. And if you tap on them, there are a couple of split screen options, like this one, for example, where you can open up another application right alongside it. You can then scribble, search, or do whatever it is you'd like within that application, and they both work perfectly. If you'd like to adjust the size of the split screen, you can just drag that bar to make whichever application a bit smaller. The other multitasking option is to add a pop-up application. If you select that icon, it instantly places your current app in a pop-up window, and then you can actually swipe through all the applications you've ever placed in this pop-up view. If you swipe up, you'll see all the open apps, and you can just remove them like this. So if you're like me and you really enjoy multitasking and doing a lot of things on your iPad, don't forget these different options. So the iPad mini is a really cool mini portable device, but if you want to really dig into some work, you can kind of turn it into a mini MacBook. And all you really need is a stand like this one, which I picked up off Amazon and will link down below for you guys, and then a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. Once you've put them both into Bluetooth pairing, swipe down on the control center and access the Bluetooth settings. Then once in there, you should see them straight away where you can just tap and connect. Now the mouse and keyboard will work perfectly with your iPad, and it's literally like having a miniature little iMac, except it's it's kind of even better because the screen is touchscreen. Aside from hooking up a keyboard and mouse, you can also connect a game controller like the PS5 one, once again just by heading into the Bluetooth settings and connecting it right over there. Once it's all connected, you can open up your favorite game, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So what I really love about the iPad mini is I can do everything I want to do on it that I originally wanted to do on my iPad Pro, which kind of makes me think I don't even need the iPad Pro because the iPad mini can do everything and it's so much more portable. For example, I love using this app called LumaFusion for editing all my Instagram reels. I can add multiple 4K clips as well as audio, do voiceovers, and a ton of other things, which the iPad mini handles it all and perfectly. Another application that's super graphic intensive and I know a lot of iPad users enjoy is Procreate. In this app, you can have huge canvas sizes, multiple different graphic layers, create animated videos or GIFs, all with no problem at all. The iPad mini even flies through Canva, which is another graphic design application where you can create videos, Instagram stories, thumbnails, and just about any artwork you can think of. The iPad mini handles it all. Then, aside from the iPad mini being this amazing little portable device, if you click on Sidecar under System Preferences on your Mac and select the iPad mini, it actually turns into a second monitor. You can then open up any web page or application and simply drag and drop it into the screen and check it all out right from there. But on the other hand, if you want a bigger display for your iPad mini, you can access screen mirroring, select the compatible device like your TV for example, and everything on your iPad will literally be mirrored on your TV. So this, as you can imagine, is amazing for if you need to do a presentation or just if you want a bigger screen while drawing. So if you do ever find the iPad screen too small, you've got some other options. So just like some of the new iPhone features, you can also customize a bunch of widgets on the new iPad mini 6th gen. It's super simple. All you do is access jiggle mode, click that plus icon, and right over here are all the different widgets you can add. The nice thing about finally having widgets available on the home screen is you can seriously customize it to your workflow or taste or whatever it may be. And as you can see, widgets really do make a huge difference. You can also rearrange your home screens by entering jiggle mode, clicking on those dots, and then dragging and dropping into whatever arrangement you prefer. You can also toggle off screens just by clicking that little tick icon or completely removing them. So at the end of the day, there are a lot of customization options when it comes to your home screens, and you can have a lot of fun with this. Onto some nifty features, and while the iPad mini doesn't have Face Unlock, it does have Touch ID. Within settings is where you add your fingerprint, and the lock button is actually the Touch ID. I personally love Touch ID and find it so much easier when unlocking your device. So once you've set up all your fingerprints, the next time you go to unlock your device, you just rest your fingerprint and you're good to go. Then sometimes accessing the app library can be pretty tedious because you need to swipe through all your screens before you get to it. But now on the iPad mini, you might just notice this little icon at the bottom, and if you tap on that, it's actually a quick access to the app library. Then if you're in Google Chrome or Safari, for example, and you want to save some pics, simply click drag and drop, then tap on the other pictures to create this kind of picture stack. Now you can open up your photo library, drag and drop, and they'll all instantly appear within your gallery where you can just open them up and swipe through each individual picture. Then don't forget to check out my website haylsworld.com for those epic free iPad wallpapers that I made for you guys that are completely free to download and use on your iPad. If you do end up using one, don't forget to take a screenshot and tag me on social media. I would love to see your iPad home screens, and I will have a link down below in the description box to my website and of course those wallpapers. I really hope you guys love them as much as I do. So that is it for the beautiful iPad mini 6th gen. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, or you can check out some of my other videos right over here. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles!